Since 5, WGEM's Zeke Shapiro spoke with the head of the task force and several Quincy residents. So Zeke, what did they have to say?
Well, Daniel, they all agreed that housing is needed. However, the split among residents comes down to where the housing should go. NIMBY, or not in my backyard, is a real estate term to describe neighbors not approving of a development near them.
There's just a lack of understanding, and I feel like there's a lack of empathy.
I do think they should broaden the horizons a little bit and maybe open their minds to that kind of deal.
For Quincy residents Nicholas Keller and Tony McCulloch, there's been a noticeable issue with housing in the city.
It seemed like people were able to buy houses back then, and now it's like almost impossible.
While several project developments for housing have been proposed in recent years, many have been shot down. In March, a potential apartment complex on Columbus Road was denied, as well as another project back in 2022. Officials with the city say this is nothing new.
Right. I mean, it's a hot button issue with people. I mean, you're talking about their home, and in some cases, in most cases, that's the biggest investment people have.
The question of where to put new developments has the community split. More than a dozen residents I spoke with disagreed with a low to medium income housing complex next to them. However, there were exceptions such as Keller and McCulloch.
People who are needing low income housing, they have a stigma that they may not be the best renters.
A lot of people get scared by something like that, and I don't think there's an issue with income. It comes down to the quality of the character itself.
For the Quincy Strategic Task Force on Housing, its goal is to tackle those misconceptions.
New development's not a bad word. Rental isn't a bad word. Landlord's not a bad word.
Task Force co-chair Paul Havermail says one of the biggest issues facing the community regarding developments is a lack of understanding from neighbors.
People purchase the property with it being a certain way, with certain things near it, and that's kind of what they want to keep it there.
He explained the task force recently broke up into subcommittees with much attention being given towards public relations to better educate the public on the positives of new developments.
99% of our landlords do a great job, and 99% of our tenants do a great job. You don't see that. We want to tell that story.
For McCulloch and Keller, years in the city have made them aware and accepting of whatever housing developments arrive.
I would have no problem with low-income housing being next to me.
It comes down to these people need to kind of embrace the change.
And according to the two residents, that change needs to happen sooner rather than later. Havermail told me the task force doesn't plan on just moving into any neighborhood. Instead, he says they want to label what type of housing can go in a specific neighborhood. He added that the focus on the city's end should be to look at what is best for the city as a whole. Daniel.
All right, thanks, Zeke. And the next Quincy Strategic Task Force on Housing meeting is later this month.